Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can see me and if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see me. Can everybody see me? Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat. Okay, Jacob on Facebook says that loud and clear. Can those on TikTok, can you hear me? Can you see me? Those on YouTube, can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Those on TikTok, let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me very clearly. Let me know in the chat. Those on YouTube, let me know if you can see and hear me. Okay, Abdullah say we can see and hear you clearly. Okay. Good evening, Bidemi. Okay, if you can see and you can hear me, make sure that you share the link with your friends. Invite them to join us. Invite them to join us. Share the link. Invite somebody to join us. And let us know where you are connecting from. Let us know where you are connecting from. Okay, if you can see me, you can hear me, all right. Give me a like. Give me a like. Give me a like. Let me know that you are there. Give me a like. Let me know we're on the same page. Give me a like. I see Kojo Ennison. It looks like today many people are not in the mood for hanging out. That's okay. It means that we will leave early. Bidemi, we shall see. I can't promise that, but we shall see. Let's see how things go. Okay. It looks like we're only 3 on Facebook. It looks like it's only 2 on YouTube. Well, if people are not interested tonight in hanging out, that would be great for me. That would be great. So we can just call it off. And then everybody go and do their own thing. Yeah. Okay, now I see people coming in. I see Teresa, I see Kwaku, I see Solomon. Solo, good evening. Okay, I see Gladys and Sly on TikTok. Let's know where you are connecting from. And then if you can see and hear me, give me a like. Give me a like. I see Ama Obapa on TikTok. Ama, let me know where you are connecting from. Sure, today our hangout is going to be very short. Yeah, it's going to be very short because it looks like people are in a different zone altogether tonight. So I think that will be good. That will be good. We'll finish early. We'll be out of here very soon. Solomon says loud and clear. If you're on TikTok, give me a like. Let me know you are there. Give me a like. Let me know you are there. Okay, so today I'm going to take questions. If you have any question about traveling to the United States, you are welcome to ask the questions, and then we deal with it. Like I'm saying, it looks like today we might close early because we don't have many people online, and which will be great for me. Like you all know, I'm currently bereaved and I'm very occupied. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. Planning a funeral in Ghana while I'm here. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I made sure I made this happen because it's a promise that I've made and I try to keep it. That's why we are here. But I'm very busy. Very, very busy. So we will do it quick and then we'll be out of here. So if you have any question you want to ask, put your question together, put it in the chat. Let's deal with it. Let's get out of here. So if you're on TikTok, give me a like. Let me know that you are there. Amma says, where are you, please? I'm in Connecticut in the United States of America. I'm in Connecticut. And you? Amma, where are you? Good evening, Andrew. Good evening, Andrew. I see Fawaz joining in. Hello, the smart wife. Wow, interesting. Hello, the smart wife. Oh, okay. You are in Maryland. Okay, good. Amma Obapa in Maryland. You're welcome tonight. Okay, you are in Maryland, so this afternoon. Okay, good. Good. So here we talk about how we can help our people to travel to the United States of America, and we make sure that every information that is given out here is authentic, genuine, and will help you achieve your dream of coming to the United States. You're welcome, Amma. You're welcome. Good evening, Fawaz. Good evening. I hope everybody is doing well. Today we will be doing Q&A. Have questions, you ask about it, then we will deal with it. I see Fawaz. Good to know, Fawaz. Yeah, I'm doing well, Fawaz. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Godwin, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Godwin. And the smart wife says that, do you talk about the I-130? Yeah, we talk about everything. We talk about everything. Okay, so after the I-130 is approved, NVC is near. How long is that wait, or how long does it take? I hope that's what you are trying to say. I'm applying for the summer work. Okay, well, let's do it. Smart wife. So once it's approved and NVC has it, it depends the year that you applied for it, and it depends who applied or filed for you. Depending on the person who filed for you and the year or month and year you put in the petition, that would determine how long it takes. So if you want to be very sure when you are going to have your approval, make sure that you check every month, you check the visa bulletin. It is very, very important. The visa bulletin is going to let you know when you will be next in line, because you join a line and they will be processing it. If the person is a U.S. citizen and is filing for the spouse, it's faster than a U.S. citizen filing for the brother or sister. So it all depends who is filing and when they filed and who they are filing for. So if you check the visa bulletin, which we've done a whole session on here, we've done a whole session on it. The video is on the platform. I don't know, I'm not sure it's on TikTok platform. You should check. Those on TikTok, you should check. But we did a whole session on it to show you how to use the visa bulletin, because it's going to tell you when you will be next in line for your approval or to go for your interview. So, smart wife, you can do that. If you have any difficulty, you can WhatsApp me. And then we'll see how we can help you. Okay. Godwin says that today I'm connecting from Pretoria. South Africa. Godwin, what are you doing in Pretoria? Is that all chilling or some program for you there? Wow. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you enjoy yourself there. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Okay. Andrew says that I got admitted to a U.S. university with a 44,000 in scholarship and 11,000 towards tuition every year. It is not a full funding scholarship. I should start school by January 13. What can I do? Congratulations in the first place. Not everybody gets $44,000 scholarship. So that is good. That is good. So you should see the difference. The difference that you have to incur will be shown to you on your admission letter. What you do is that you have to go and look for the difference. The difference that you are supposed to pay, you need to get a bank statement showing that you can pay that amount. You need to have a bank statement showing that you can pay that amount. It can be your own bank statement. It can be somebody you know's bank statement who is sponsoring you. If it is your own, great. If it is somebody, it means the person is sponsoring you. The person need to file an affidavit of support to show that they have the money in their bank account and they've agreed to support you. When you have that, then you have to send that statement to the university. If everything shows correctly and the university is satisfied with you covering the balance or the difference, they will issue you with your I-120. Your I-20, they will issue you with your I-20. That I-20 is what you are going to use to apply for your visa. So then you file your DS-160 and then you put all the information in. And then you can file for appointment for interview. So it's the process. So the first thing you need to do with you receiving the admission is to get a bank statement for the difference of the school fees. Andrew, is that clear? Let me know in the chat if that is clear. Richard from Takoradi. Okay, Godwin is in Pretoria for a visit. Wonderful. Okay, so let me see. User 3 something. I am applying for the summer work and travel 2025. I'm in Turkey. I need help to pass my interview. When is your interview? When is your interview? I've made a lot of videos on interview, how to pass, how to ace your interview. So check the videos out. If they are not, you still have issues, WhatsApp me. User 322200 whatever. Check the videos on how to pass your interview. This is for summer work. This is for summer work. So make sure that you check them out. And if you have an issue, you make sure that you can WhatsApp me. But the main thing you want to take into consideration going into the interview is that you can show that when you go for the summer work, because summer work, it's a temporary thing. But the fact is that most of these summer jobs may lead to permanent job if you do your homework well, So they want to know that when you are done with your summer work, you are going to come back. You need to show something in your home country that's going to make you come back to your country. Get it? So family is one. Family is one. Even though when you get that job, you can go with your family. Depends on the kind of contract or agreement that you have. You can. They want to know that you have enough finances to support yourself when you enter or when you get there. Because it's not the moment you get there you start getting paid. When you get there, You need to take care of yourself until you get paid. Can you support yourself while you are there initially? They want to know these things. They want to know these things. Make sure that the information you've provided to them, you know it yourself. Especially if somebody filed for you, somebody put in the application for you. Make sure that the information that they have put on the application, you yourself, you are conversant with it. So that when they ask you a question, because the question they are going to ask you is going to depend on the application that you put in. You don't want to be asked a question and then they ask you question A and then you are answering question B. You don't want to do that. So make sure that you know everything that is on the application. Dates, addresses, everything. Everything. Because any kind of suspicion, any red flags that comes up is going to lead to your denial. Make sure you are confident, you are bold, you know what you are talking about. Don't go and stand there and be doing That is going to affect you. You get it? So make sure you prepare before you go. Make sure you prepare before you go. But you should know everything that is on the application that you put in. It's very, very important. Very, very important. I hope this is okay. Okay, I want to ask if I can change my status once I'm in the US. What do you mean change your status? From what to what? From what to what? From J visa to what visa? So let me know. But it is always possible to change your status. It's always possible to change your status. You just have to go through the right channel. So if you want to, for instance, change from J1 to HB1 or to another visa, permanent status, you need to make sure that the company you are working with agrees to hire you. Because when you are changing your status, it's the company that is going to file for you, not you filing. You cannot do that. The company that agrees to hire you permanently will then file for you. They will put in the application. And there is a cap system in that area. So they will apply, and if they fit into the cap or they are in line and it reaches their 10, and they approved your application for them, then they can hire you and then process your documentation for you. I hope that makes sense. But it is possible. You can always change your status. But it goes through a system. And it goes through a timeline. It goes through a timeline. From J1 to F1. Okay, you are a student. With J1, technically, you are not supposed to go to school. You are not supposed to go to school. What you can do is that you can put in your application to your school. You can put in the school application. And while you are there on the J1, if you get the admission into the university, I'm going as a student from Turkey. So you are a student in Turkey. So put in an application to a school in the United States. When the admission comes, the admission to that university comes, and you are still in the US, you can change the status. You can change the status. Because you are a student in Turkey, you cannot get to US and go and apply for a university there. So put in the application for the university before you leave. And then when you get there and your admission comes, then you can change your status. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You need to do that, not after the fact. You can't do that after the fact. So you put in the application and then you go. When you are there and then the admission comes, The admission came when you were in the United States here. Then you can change your status. J1 is an exchange program visa where people come for a short term to do some summer jobs, for exchange programs, for experience and those kind of things. That is the kind of visa that you use. So when you come, it is more of getting experience on a workplace, and you already a student in your country. You come for a period for an exchange program to get experience and all that. It's on a timeline. So that is J1 visa. We have a whole video on it. So check that out so that you know how to go about it, how to apply, how to look for companies, organizations that deals with J1 visas. I've done all that video on the platform, so check. Do it before you go for the summer work, because if you do it after the summer work, it means you'll be in the US. You can't apply while you are there. That's what I'm saying. You can't apply while you are here in the United States. Your admission has to come while you are in the US. If you wait after the summer work, you need to come back to Turkey and then apply. You're welcome, user 322035. Okay. You already have your sponsor. Okay. Yeah, so just make sure that if you want to, that is if you want to change your status, then put in the school application before you leave. Okay, let me look at Facebook. Okay. Kofi, more grace, long time, yeah. Andrew says that, yeah, but I have concern. Will it affect the person's bank balance? The bank statement you are going to show is just a process. The US government want to be guaranteed that in case anything happens, you are not going to be a burden on the nation. That's why they want to see a bank statement showing the amount on it. That is not the amount you are going to use to pay the fees. That is just for the processing. That's just for the processing. That there is money in the bank account. It will only affect the balance if you take money from that account to pay for your school. And in most cases, you, the one using the bank statement, doesn't have access to the bank account. So it's not going to affect the bank balance because you are not going to use the money on it, on the bank statement. That is for federal purposes. They just want to be sure that, this person coming has the enough money to take off in case of anything. But when it comes to the actual payment of your fees and everything, that's an agreement between you and the school that you can enter into. I hope that makes sense. Olonka say, accept my condolences. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, Mohammed. Thank you. Good evening, Victorian. I'm doing great. I hope you're also doing great. Okay, I have someone who is willing to provide a bank statement, but I'm concerned about their finances. What do you mean you are concerned about their finances? If somebody is willing to provide a bank statement, just use it. Nothing will happen to their money in the account because you don't have access to the money in the account in the first place. You're only using the document. Unless there is something you are saying that you are concerned about their finances. So explain it better for me to understand. Jacob says that concerning the requirements in filing for your visa, You mentioned one, family. What do you mean requirements? What do you mean by me saying requirement? Benjamin, good evening. You're welcome, Andrew. And what do you mean requirements in filing for your visa? I mentioned family. Is it for the proof of family ties or home ties? Home ties is where you want to show to the embassy that there's something back home that will let you return after your time in the United States. And family is one of them. You have a wife, you have children, you have a husband, you have children. And because they are back home, that will make you come back home. They know that in most cases, it doesn't happen like that, but it is part of the process that you need to show something like it can be the work you are doing in your home country. Maybe you work with a company and the company has given you vacation or study leave to go and study, so the company can give a letter to show that yes, we have given him the leave to go and study. After his leave, after he studies, he will come back and his job will be here waiting for him. Those kind of things to show that there is something in your home country that is going to pull you back to come home. They don't want to see any suspicion that this person going will not come. Once they have that sense that this person is not going to return, they are going to deny you. Okay. Yeah, Jacob, yeah. So you need to show so that they will be convinced that you will come back. But depending on the visa that you are going for, some of the visas, when you get it, you go with your family. So in that case, you cannot use your family. You get it? You have to use something else. Maybe you have a property. You have a landed property. You have a business back home. You can use those things to show that because of this business, I will come back to continue running my business. Okay. After how long do I need to change status from J1 to F1? There is no duration. Let's say, for instance, I arrive on a J1 visa in the United States. I get to the United States the following week. The university gave me admission. You go ahead and request for status change from J1 to F1. There is no time duration, time limit, but it has to be reasonable. It has to be reasonable so that it doesn't show like some red flag. People say, oh, okay, so he arranged it such a way that he will get the admission while he just arrived. It has to be reasonable. It is human beings that we are working with. You don't know what the people are thinking in their mind. They also don't know what you are thinking. So everything is an assumption. Everything is an assumption. And when we assume, we deduce conclusions out of them. The conclusions that are going to be deduced out of, is it going to be against you or for you? That's what you are trying to figure out. You get it? So there is no specific duration that when I get here, it has to be within this period. Florence, doesn't make sense. Does it make sense? Let me know in the chat. Bidemi, go and check. They are there. They are there. Don't tell me you could not access it. They are there. You have been part of those sessions even. So please don't give me that. Go to the platform and look for them. They are there. If you can't access them, it means you are not looking. You are not looking. And I won't be happy if that's what you are doing. You are not looking. I'm not going to be pleased with it. So go and look for it. Smart wife, it depends on the kind of I-130 that you are filing. You get it? If for instance they file the I-130 for you already, if it is already in the system, then the J1, they will likely, I'm not saying that definitely, I'm not using the word definitely, but I'm using the word likely. It may be possible that they can approve it for you, but they will likely deny you, because I-130 already is an assumption of immigration. It means that if you have applied for an I-130, it means that you already want to come and live in the United States permanently. You get it? And since J1 is a non-permanent, or is a non-immigrant visa, you must be able to prove the intention to return. But because you already have the petition in place which says that I want to come to the US and not return, there is a conflict there. There is a conflict there. One application says that I want to come to the United States and not return. And then you put in another one that says that I want to come to the United States and return. They will definitely go with the first intention, not return intention. That's what they will go with. And so likely they will not approve that visa for you. But it is possible they will approve. It depends on the kind of J1 visa you're going for, which organization you are going to work with, and all those things. But they are likely not to approve. So I won't encourage you, if you already have an I-130 in place, to go and apply for J1 visa. I won't advise you. Personally, I won't advise you, but it is your decision to make. It is your decision to make. I hope that makes sense. Smart wife. I like the name. Bidemi, do you believe me or you don't believe me? You've asked a question. I've answered you 100 times. You keep saying the same thing. You keep saying the same thing. I don't know what to tell you again. You can send them an email and tell them that you want a receipt for your fees. You can send them an email and ask them. You can do that with them. You can send them an email and ask them. They may send a copy to you. I don't know about that, but you can try it and see. Andrew says that, so if there is any remaining amount, the school and I can have an agreement on that. The difference, you see, when you go to the school, when you get there, the school will give you the time to pay for it. They will come to an agreement with you how to pay for the fees. You are not going to pay the fees up front. You are not paying it up front. That's one thing. Unless you have the money there and you go to the school and say, I want to pay my fee, all my fees for the year. They know students don't have that money. You get it? So they will come into agreement. Okay, every semester pay this amount, or pay this amount every month to cover your fees for the semester. Every month pay this, so that by the end of the semester you would have finished paying your fees. So they will give you that agreement to be able to pay. But the fees is not going to come out of the bank statement. If that is what you are worried about, it's not going to come. Unless the bank statement is your own statement and it is your own account with that money in it, that of course you are going to use for paying your school fees. Then yes. But for the purposes of the application, It's just for verification. They are not, the US government is not going to go to the bank and go and take money from the bank account. No, that's not what they will do. Does that make sense, Andrew? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, those on TikTok, give me a like, give me a like, give me a diamond, give me a glitter. Let me know you are there. Give me a glitter, give me a diamond, give me a like. Let me know that we're on the same page. Okay. Which type of visa is more advantageous between the J1 and H2B? I'm in hospitality sector. If you Florence, if you get the H2B, that is better, because that one will lead to permanent residency. They will give you green card to work. J1 will not get you green card. You get it? J1 is temporary, that you are going to stay for a few period and then go back. But H2B is going to give you a work permit so that you can work in the hospitality industry. So advantage, H2B is more advantageous. Anyway, it depends on your intention. If you want to stay in the US and work, then you want H2B. Okay, Andrew, don't be worried. Nobody will take the money from their bank account. Nobody will do that. It's just for documentation purposes. Just for documentation purposes. What that does is that you are telling the US government that in case anything should happen, you have somewhere to rely on for taking care of yourself. So that if in case something happened, you are not able to pay your school fees and they ask you, we thought you say you have this amount in the bank. What happened? You need to go and get that money to cover your life. And you are not able, then they will have grounds to send you back to your country. I hope you understand what it means. So it's just to give the US government assurance that this person says he has money somewhere that he can use to take care of himself. I hope that makes sense, Andrew. Let me know. Florence, you're welcome. I hope that answer makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? If you're on TikTok, give me a diamond, give me a glitter. Let me know you are there. Give me a like. Okay, so if you are thinking of coming here permanently, then you want to look into the H2B. Some of the companies that give or sponsors J1, they also sponsors H visas, the H2B visa. So find out from them. Find out from them, or when you get here, you can talk to them. If they can keep you permanently, then they will sponsor you for the H2B visa. You can do that. So if you want to come here permanently, then you want to go in that direction, H2B. J1, you have to come back. You have to come back. There is the 2-year limit rule on J1. When you finish your service or your work here using the J1, you are by law supposed to go back to your home country for at least 2 years before you can apply again to enter with J1 or another visa. So you need to have that too at the back of your mind. There is a cultural experience aspect to J1 visa that they will also want to know. What are you bringing, or what are you coming to add to the US cultural fabric. So you need to know the culture of your country or your people, because during the interview they may ask you certain questions about culture, and if you are not able to answer, they will kick you out, because the essence of J1 visa is that you are also coming to add to the culture of the United States. So you must know things about your culture that you can come and impart to the people in the United States. So you need to understand the nuances when it comes to J1 visa. So make sure you check the video out, because it talks about a lot of things. Yeah. Any other question? Florence, I hope this is useful. I hope this is useful. Let me know. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? And just a quick update on my bereavement. So if the funeral has been set to February 28th to March 2nd, 2025. So next year, that's when we'll be doing or having the funeral in Ghana. So those who were asking for the date, that is the date for the funeral. So I'll be in Ghana around that time, and so we'll have the opportunity to meet those in Ghana. Those in Ghana. Some people in Nigeria says they will come to Ghana. Anyway, so those in Ghana, I'll definitely see you in February. I'll definitely see you in February. So that is an update for you. Okay, Freddie says that it makes sense. Okay, good. Give me a like. Give me a like. Give me a like. If you're on TikTok, give me a diamond. Give me a glitter. Okay. If there is no more question, I think to be great. Florence says, can I take my dependents using H2B? Of course you can. You can. You can take your dependents. Even your J1, you can take your dependents. J1, you can also take your dependents. But you need to make sure that while you are filling out the form, you indicate it there so they know. They know that you have people that will come with you. They will ask you, are you married? Do you have children? Are you going to come with your dependents? They will ask you those questions. Make sure you look out for them and you answer in the affirmative. Freddie says that I want to use Bible school to come over. That is great. That would be fantastic. There are a lot of seminaries and Bible schools that you can apply to. And most of the time, the Bible schools will give you more funding. So you can try that. Many of the people here use that. And the pathway to establishing yourself using the Bible school is easier. And it is clearer and a bit more straightforward for you. So look into that. Yeah, look into that. Okay, any more question? You're welcome, Freddie. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good. Give me a like, give me a glitter, give me a diamond. Let me see we're on the same page. Yeah. One thing you need to realize that when we enter into 2025, getting visa to the US is going to be a bit difficult. It's going to be a bit tight. It's going to be a bit tight. So if you have plans, put them in now. Put them in now. Put them in now. And make sure you do your homework well. Do your homework well. Florence says that if I come there and get married, will I be a permanent resident immediately? If you use immediately, that will be a stretch. But once you come here and you marry a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, you begin the process of becoming a permanent resident. But it is not immediately. It goes through a process. You see, they want to be sure. There's a 2 years rest period that they will use to prove that the marriage is genuine. The marriage is genuine. So they will lapse it for at least 2 years to see that you are still married after 2 years. Then they will proceed with your documentation. You get it? But once you are married to a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, it gives you some leverage to live here. With Trump coming, Trump is saying that if the person is illegal and they go and marry a U.S. citizen, it still doesn't matter. He's going to send you back. You get it? So make sure you come in legally. That is, come through a visa. Use a visa to come. When you use a visa to come, that puts you on a higher level, gives you an advantage. It makes your process easier, faster, and smoother. Get it? So you will definitely end up becoming a permanent resident, but it is not instant. But it will happen faster than you think. Florence, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Give me a diamond, give me a glitter, give me a like. Let me know that you are there. Yeah, Lillian, you can go and watch it. It will be on the platform. You can watch it again. Solomon says that, Rev, can you help us with some of the Bible schools so we can try applying? Of course. Give me this week. I'll do a video with the schools that I believe is easier to get through. I'm going to do a video on that. But there are several schools. Most of the powerful schools here are schools that began as Bible schools. So you take Harvard, you take Yale, you take Boston University, Drew University. They all have a very solid Bible school attached to them. In fact, the school began as Bible school, and then they added the rest to it. Most of the prominent and powerful and bigger universities began as Bible schools. That is a fact. That is the history. Began as Bible school, and then they added the liberal arts and sciences to it. So there are a lot of them. And if religion is your thing, then you can go in that direction, and it is a bit more easier. Using that channel, it's a bit more easier. Okay. Freddie says that good explanation. Good. I'm happy that you got the understanding clearly. Florence says you are very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Dennis 49 says, so are you in the US? Yes, I'm in the US. It doesn't look like I'm in the US, eh? I'm in the US. I'm in Connecticut, in the United States. I'm in Connecticut. Where are you, Dennis? Where are you? Are you also in the US? Freddie, Rhema Bible School. Okay, yeah, Rhema is a great school. Rhema is a great school. I think it's part of Billy Graham's Institute or something. I think it's part of there. It's a network. Yeah, Rhema Bible School. I think so in Oklahoma. Yeah. So let me ask you, if someone wants to come from Nigeria to the US, what do they have to do? It depends. If you say someone from Nigeria to US, you haven't actually said anything. You get it? The person coming from Nigeria to US, what is he coming to do? Well, you cannot just get up and come to the US. You cannot just come up and come to the US. There must be a reason the person want to come to the US. If we know why the person want to come to the US, then we will know how the person will have to come to the US and what the person needs to be able to come to the US. Then it doesn't make sense. But you cannot just stand and say, if somebody want to come from Nigeria to the US, what would the person do? I don't know. You have to tell me the person want to come and study. The person want to come for a conference. The person want to come and study. The person want to come and work. Then we know how we're going to proceed with that. Yeah, so let me know that first. Then we will know how to approach it. We will know how to approach it. They want to come and get a job and live here. Okay, good. So that is one question as answered. What is the person's background? What is the qualification? What is their professional background? What is the educational background? That is another question. If the person want to come and work and live here permanently, then I'm going to look at the person's background, because that is going to tell me which area it can focus on. You get it? Is the person very skilled? The person highly skilled? Is the person not skilled? Then we know what to do. Then it's you see how the questions are going, based on the questions and the answers, then we will be moving towards the right approach. Very skilled. Okay. Very skilled. If the person is very skilled and has very good educational background, then the person can even go with the NIW. You get it? National Interest Waiver, where the person can apply to come here on his or her own without needing a sponsor or a company even to sponsor them. Or they can apply to a job here, and then the company, if the company hires them, will file for them. So it depends in their area. Is the person into health? Is the person into technology? Those kind of things. Well, he was telling me he had to get a visa. Yeah, if somebody telling you they want to get a visa, everybody want to get a visa. That is, everybody want to get a visa because you need a visa to be able to come here. But then you have to find out how they are going to get the visa. So, I don't know. You can send the person's resume. You can email it or WhatsApp it to me. Let me look at it. But the person just saying, I want a visa, that is not going to give the person a visa. You cannot wish it into being. Yeah, so we need to make sure that the person has what it takes to get a visa. Dennis, so I wouldn't mind looking at the person's resume or CV. If I can have access, I can look at it. I can advise you on the next steps that you can take. And I have videos on the platform on how to find jobs, both skilled and unskilled, how to find a job, how to apply for that job, and how to follow up to make sure that the company responds to you and then works with you. So you can look at those videos and then decide how you want to move with it, or you can just WhatsApp me the person's CV. I can look at it and then advise you which direction to go. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is a good thing. Okay, TikTok, give me a like, give me a diamond, give me a glitter. Florin says that which states are more affordable in terms of cost of living. It depends. It depends what you want in the US. Every state can be expensive and every state can be cheap, depending on you. Depending on you. I'm in Connecticut. Connecticut is not a cheap state to live in. But there are other benefits here that makes you also want to live here. You get it? So you have to weigh, what do I want to experience? What do I want in the US? What work am I going to do here? Because almost every state is known for certain things. You know, if your background is in a certain area, there are certain states that are more beneficial to you than other states. You know, so all those things come into play. Nobody can just stand up and tell you, oh, this state is more affordable than that state. No, it's not going to be. Like Dennis is saying, Indianapolis is very reasonable. He thinks it's very reasonable. Other people don't think it's reasonable, so they will not go and live there. You get it? So it depends on you, the individual. So Dennis is telling you that you can come to Indianapolis because it's reasonable. You know, so he is there, so he can tell you that it's reasonable. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Solomon, I will work on that. I will work on that. I'll work on that. Okay. Okay, TikTok people, give me a like. I only see 3 diamonds and 2 glitters. Give me a diamond, give me a glitter, give me a like. Let me know you're on the same page with me. YouTube, Facebook, give me a like, give me a like. Let me know that you are there. Give me a like, give me a like. Give me a heart, give me a heart, give me a like. Let me know you are there. Any question? I see Steven at Japan joining in. Okay. If there are no more questions, I guess we can bring it to an end. But there are a lot of resources on the platforms. Make sure you check them out. Check them out. Check them out before you send me any message. Check them out before you send me any message. You can WhatsApp me. Let me put the WhatsApp number here for you. You can WhatsApp me. If there's a question you want to ask, or those who I said send me the CV, you can use that WhatsApp to send it to me. When you send a WhatsApp to me, I will respond. It might not be instant. It might not be instant because there are a lot of people who send me messages every day, and I respond as the messages comes in. So if you send a message and I don't respond instantly, don't be sending messages and say, I send you a message and you are not responding. Don't do that. And don't call the phone. It's for testing only. It's for testing only. If you call, I won't pick it. Just WhatsApp me and I'll respond to you. If not immediately, you will still get a response. I respond to all the messages. I'm bereaved now. My father passed away, and so I've been very busy trying to coordinate things from here in Ghana, trying to coordinate with the Ghana people from here. So it's been quite intensive for me. It has been quite demanding for me, So show me grace. When you send and I don't respond immediately, I will get back to you. Just know that I've not responded because I'm dealing with somebody else or I'm busy doing something else. Show me some grace so that I can respond to you. What you have to know is that what we are doing, people charge to do this. People charge to do it. But I believe that as for the knowledge, everybody should get it so that you can also do it and save money. Instead of paying money to me, I want you to keep that money so that you can do it yourself and use that money to do something else. But then if you think that you have enough money, you want to hire me to do certain things for you, of course, I will do it for you at a fee. You get it? So, but everything I'm giving you, I give you stuff that if you follow, you can do everything yourself. You can do everything yourself. Wonderful. And everything I'm giving you is genuine. It's verified. It's legally compliant. So that you can trust it. You can trust it. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Florence. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, guys. It's been nice hanging out with you. Make sure that if you are not following the page, make sure you do. Make sure you do. No matter the page you are on to, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will appreciate that very much. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure you invite somebody. Share the links with somebody else. Share the link with somebody else. Thank you, user322. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night, and wherever you are, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, have a good night. I will see you again. Keep sharing and keep being active.